just where these guys are. Michael Rooks was the hero yesterday.
Oh yeah, and I think he still is technically the hero because I mean, with there's 7 blue-white decks, the black-red deck is the people's choice.
Yeah, I definitely could agree there.
Now Cho is actually playing an identical 75 to Jerry Thompson, complete with 1 Mikaeus, the Lunarch, and 1 Hovermere, and 2 Spellskites to mix up the 2-drops in place of Invisible Stalker, Merfolk Looter. Meanwhile, Michael Rooks, no confirmation the origin of this particular brew, but the impression I got is that it's one of his own.
Yeah, pretty interesting build. He's playing Edge Champion, but doesn't really have too many artifacts to actually turn on Metalcraft. But
Shrines and Mortar Pods and Inkmoth Nexus seem to be the primary.
Yeah, I mean,
support.
normally when you see a deck with Edge Champion, it's something like Tempered Steel, where they have Mem Knights, they have a Glenhawk Idol, just, you know, more than 75% of their deck are artifacts for spell-wise. But here it's maybe not even 50% because he has so much burn. But maybe Michael plays a certain strategy where, you know, he'll try to keep his artifacts around and yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, to be fair, in Tempered Steel, the artifacts, a lot of the creatures do die more often.
Yeah.
Whereas in this deck, the Mortar Pod itself, you know, the Shrine of Burning Rage can just be sitting in play, ticking up. The fact that Inkmoth Nexus, you could power it up in response.
Yeah, Chimeric Mass, you know, if you feel your opponent has a removal spell, you could just not activate it, just to keep around Metalcraft. So we'll see what happens. He has Mana Barbs in the sideboard. I would have loved to see Mana Barbs versus the blue-white control deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's see if both these guys keep their hands.
Hopefully we'll get some good matches here.
Yeah, definitely.
We saw a lot of real exciting matches yesterday. A lot of interesting game states, a lot of back and forth, and a lot of comebacks.
Yeah. The most exciting one, I think, was the Chris Lockman match.
Oh, yeah?
Where it went to extra time, and then he made an attack that cost him the game, I believe. So that was probably the most fun match to watch. All right, so Mike leads off with the Inkmoth Nexus.
I wonder how many people he's actually poisoned out in his burn deck.
I feel like probably not a lot. And Cho will start off with a Gataxian Probe.
Let's see what you're working with.
Yeah, so is that 3 Phoenixes?
3 Phoenixes, 2 land.
Wow, that's actually a pretty good hand. As long as he draws a burn spell for the Delver.
Or, well, he's not going to have a Delver because he cast the Probe with mana.
Yeah, I mean, he could just draw into one.
Possible. The 3 Phoenixes, though, definitely, if he draws a red mana, start, you know, exerting quite a board impact, you know?
Did he not have 2 red there?
No, he has another Nexus.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. And he draws a Shrine of Burning Rage. But yeah, if he draws another red, his ability to just play Phoenixes and block with them is going to be overwhelming. Because remember, as a 2/2 flyer, you know, each one...
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Hovermere.
The quick turn 2 Hovermere. 20 seconds into the top 4, and already Hovermere takes over the board.
It looks like he drew a Mortar Pod this turn. Not that exciting.
Hovermere, the anti-Mortar Pod technology.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, so it looks like he has a Ghost Quarter.
Yeah.
As his other land, which means that no Phoenix yet, because I mean, he could just sack his red and use it as a Lotus Petal. That's a really inefficient way to do things.
Yeah, it seems pretty bad.
Then again, he might just he might figure, I can't cast anything until I draw another land anyway. I don't need a 4th land. Maybe I just do it, just a Lotus Petal with a Phoenix to, you know, buy myself extra time.
Yeah. Also another counter on the Shrine.
Yeah.
So we'll
might
see
not
what
actually be the word. You know what he could do? He could also, I mean, it's kind of weird, but he could Ghost Quarter his Nexus.
Yeah.
And it looks like this might be what he's actually going to do.
Let's see if he decides to make this play.
Hesitating. Not normally the way you want to start your game out.
Yeah, I think I would just play Mortar Pod here. All right, so Mortar Pod comes down.
That's a real tough to look a man in the eye who just played a Hovermere.
Yeah.
And you just have to play a Mortar Pod. Just picture if that was a Merfolk Looter.
Yeah. His mana's pretty good. He has access to 16 red sources.
Yeah.
So.
And a Mox Opal.
Do you think there's any merit not to play Ghost Quarter there, just because if he draws the black Cleave Cliffs, then he'll come into play tapped? Like just to hold the Ghost Quarter?
Yeah, I don't.
I think personally I would have held the Ghost Quarter there, but that's just, you know, what I would have done. Just because he doesn't have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're so close. We're literally gonna see the Sword of War and Peace.
Yeah. Oh, second Mortar Pod.
God, the second Mortar Pod. He's lucky.
Yeah, second more putt will stop any shenanigans.
on that hover mirror.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So and the shrine ticks up to 2.
Hover mirror continuing to dominate the board. I think Cho is a massive favorite in this game.
Right now, you think?
I really do. I really do, because what I think is going to end up happening is that Cho can threaten to equip the hover mirror. He's going to draw both mortar pot activations.
Yeah.
But
Ooh, there's the Geist.
oh, and
Yeah.
even the Geist too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as soon as Sword successfully equips on a creature, it's going to be lights out for Rooks. His
Yeah.
main deck has only one Ratchet Bomb as an answer to Swords. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't have access to Ancient Grudge anywhere. Because it wouldn't take very much, splashing very much green mana.
Yeah. He has no artifact removal besides bomb. You're right.
Just one bomb.
Yeah. Maybe he dodged a bunch of decks with equipment this weekend.
Well, and usually, as long as it's not the Geist, remember. He
Oh,
has
look,
Psych Stone.
see? What did I say? He draws a black cleaves, and if you
Oh,
notice...
no, but see, even in this situation, I think what you could do is you could just Ghost Quarter your own land to get the extra red mana now.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I agree that
Yeah.
if you draw the Black Cleave Cliffs, it would have been better to do it the way you described.
Yeah, so... yeah, I think all these minor things that some people don't pick up on could... I don't know if it would, like, make him win the game, you know what I'm saying? But it would help slightly. I mean, maybe he picked up on it and just wanted to do the Ghost Quarter play. Now, I think Mike's line of play here is if Cho equips the Geist, to kind of go... Okay, so Devil's... Oh, no, okay, so it's a Chandra's Phoenix. Yeah, so... I mean...
I really think at this point, Rooks is in a position of having to awkwardly enough race Cho, because the sword is going to hit the Geist. Cho's going to be gaining life every turn.
There's Vapor Stag.
I mean, Rooks, at least he has the Shrine going for him.
Yeah,
but
that Vapor Snag play doesn't really seem that great.
No, it seems great. Why not?
Because you just Vapor Snag a token, then he has to respond, and then
so what? If you're going to sword your Geist...
But it would just cost him less mana. Like, Cho will have access to 3 mana this turn, rather than 1 mana this turn, because now Rooks could go sack if he wanted to kill it.
So what?
And then Cho will have to re-equip the Geist. So now he'll only have access to 1 open mana. If he just Vapor Snagged the token at end of turn, he could just equip the the 1/2 and not have to worry about...
Yeah, but the Phoenix would still be in play.
But the Phoenix would be tapped.
Right, but this way there's an extra card in Rook's hand.
Yeah.
And Rooks actually takes the damage from Vapor Snag.
Sure, I mean, I guess it just depends what Cho could have cast this turn. Because my way, Cho would have had...
2 more mana.
2 more mana this turn. So he would have had access to 3 mana. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like 2 points of damage difference and 1 life difference.
So Cho swings with the Geist of St. Traft with the Sword of War piece.
Yeah.
At this point, Rooks doesn't really have any... I mean...
I don't think he has any outs, really.
Like, so I guess theoretically what he can do is he can play multiple X champions.
Yeah, he just...
Because if he would have drawn an X
skipped it up.
champion that turn, he could block.
Yeah.
And then I think that's one of his other main ways to fight the swords.
Yeah. But instead he just scoops it up.
And going into the sideboard games, I think that Rooks is going to bring in a couple Whip Flares and another Ratchet Bomb. His main deck's already pretty well set up, although that hand was kind of a strange one. I don't know if I can get behind keeping a hand with 3 Chandra's Phoenixes, 0 removal spells, and not even a second red.
Yeah, honestly, I think I would have mulliganed that as well. And I almost never mulligan, but the new Gerard would definitely mulligan that.
And then Cho, meanwhile, bringing in Spellskite, time... I don't know if... probably won't bring in Timely Reinforcements. Probably just Spellskite, Revoke Existence. I'll probably bring Mutagenic Growth to protect against Slagstorm.
Yeah. What do you think about the negates?
It's a tough one, but...
Yeah, negate's close. Maybe on the play.
Negate might actually... And I like Negate a lot more on the play.
Yeah.
Let's see how many cards he has to bring out. I mean, he certainly doesn't like the gut shots.
Yeah.
Ah, that's right. So, between games. So we got a trivia question for you. See who... and I don't know if we're having sound difficulties or what, but if you guys can hear us, the trivia question for 6 months of trivia
6 months here.
Yeah, you got one, or you want me to?
You can take this one.
All
Yeah,
right.
what we talked about.
Yeah. So from yesterday, let's see. What is the oh, how about this? Yeah. Which deck did we? Which deck put the most copies in the top 8 of this tournament? You know, and not just color combination. What actual? You know, what strategy? What key card was in the most decks in this top 8?
Sure. So
tweet us back the answer, and we will select one at random to win 6 months of trivia.
SCG Premium.
Yeah, make sure to tweet at SCG Premium, and you got to be following SCG Live and SCG Premium and all that. But tweet it at SCG Premium. Let us know what deck, what archetype, you know, or what key card or whatever was the most popular deck in the top 8.
I didn't bring the timer this time, but.
Oh, we got one on the computer here.
Oh, really? Okay, so we got the timer going, so hurry up and tweet in.
Yeah, and then at some undisclosed point in the very near future, we will cut it off, and, you know, somebody's going to get paid.
Yeah, someone's going to get 6 months premium. So that's awesome. So even though Mike lost game 1, I still think he's going to take down this match. That's still my prediction here.
No, I like Todd Anderson for the tournament, but in this match, I think Cho means business. He dropped a turn 2 Delver. You don't just play, a turn 2 Hovermere.
Yeah.
You don't just play Hovermere on the second turn and not be up to something that's serious.
Yeah.
So, I honestly, I think this might actually be Hovermere's day.
And I think that just shows how powerful
Hovermere is?
Well, I was going to say how powerful the swords actually are.
Yeah.
Just, you play a Hovermere just because you want an early flyer that could have...
With a 2 toughness.
Yeah,
the key is it has a 2 toughness.
Yeah, because...
Which it ended up mattering.
Yeah, because if you think about it...
Draw.
Yeah, Delver's like public enemy #1 right now in the format, and people are playing gut shots, mortar pods, and
yeah,
the 2 toughness is
and
really
Midnight Haunting and Whirling Haunt.
Yeah, yeah, so many different cards. But yeah, I think... Do you think Mike could like ever draw with his deck versus any matchup?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think this could be the matchup or no?
No, because the problem is like a quick Geist of St. Traft or a Sword of War and Peace. Like he doesn't want to get tempoed out here. I think the matchup where he might actually draw though is like against like a red deck.
Okay, yeah, I guess another red deck.
Yeah, but like one that's more creature based. That's like actually red aggro.
Yeah, sure. I could definitely see that. A deck maybe with like Grim Loudmancers and Elder and whatnot, just because he has so much removal that by him drawing he would just be up a card.
Absolutely. It's interesting though when your deck is all shocks, what do you even board out?
I think he would board out. Personally, I don't like the Shrine at all, so I think that's like an easy cut.
You just go straight because he only has 3 cards to bring in.
Well, he's bringing
the Ratchet Bomb and 2 Whip Flares.
Yeah. So I would just go straight for the
cut
shrines.
3 shrines.
Yeah, cut 3 shrines right there.
Plus, you'd look in the future to get a 4th card in the sideboard so you could take the 4th shrine out.
Yeah, there's nothing you could really.
No, there's nothing. You're not going to bring in the Balduvian Barbarian here.
Yeah.
The 1 red 3/2 vanilla.
Yeah, that's not good enough.
Lives through the Slag Storm, I guess, in the Whip Flare.
Yeah. Trader's Blood doesn't do anything versus Delver, pretty much.
Nope.
No.
Surgical Extraction is just not enough against how aggressive of a build he has,
Yeah, it's just... I would like to see it be good. Surgical Extraction is a card I just really like.
Yeah, it's fine against control decks.
Yeah.
Played it at Worlds. It was actually, it's decent when the other people play Unburial Rites and Snapcaster Mage to play in a control deck where the game actually goes long, so you get a chance to turn it into a counterspell.
Sure. I really like the Extirpate. That was like one of my favorite cards. It still
Extirpate is definitely a gotcha kind of card.
Yeah.
You're one of those people who go turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Extirpate you?
Oh, for sure.
Boom, taste it.
I do it on my main phase too.
You're not even wait for them to draw?
Nah. All right, so Mike Rooks will be on the play.
He does have the kind of deck that you got to consider, is it worth drawing?
Yeah.
But I think he realizes that the combination of Ratchet Bombs and Geist is just a little bit too much pressure, but it's definitely a much closer decision than...
All right, so both players keep. Mike has a tap land.
You see a Delver or a Ponder?
Ooh, Delver. Yeah. Strong start as long as Rooks doesn't have a removal spell.
Yeah, but Rooks with 4 Galvanic Blasts, 2 Geist Flames, a Devil's Play, 3 Go for the Throats, 4 Mortar Pods.
Okay, there it is. Mortar Pod. As soon as he said Mortar Pod, here it comes, and instantly shoots the Delver. Oh, wow. Mutagenic Growth.
Taste it.
All right.
Oh my gosh, if he flips here,
Yeah, this would be very good if he
that was
flips.
a nice surprise little play there.
Yep.
That mutagenic growth has been so good for both Jerry and Cho all day.
Yeah.
Or all yesterday.
Yeah, we saw a shine in Jerry's match. Why didn't he look?
Maybe he did look.
No, it looked like he just drew.
Maybe he has marked cards.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
I
I
mean-
think he maybe he just looked and he saw so fast that he just pulled it into his hand.
Okay. All right. That might have been it. From this angle, it just looked like he just instantly drew.
So what are we gonna see here? You think it's gonna be a Phoenix?
All right. There's a Phoenix.
Yeah, because any small burn spell, the Spellskite redirects it to.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, this is interesting. This interaction. The turn 1 Delver, turn 2 Spellskite.
Yep. See, this turn he actually pointed to the Delver.
Yeah.
Where like last turn he didn't. So.
Yeah. So the Delver flips.
Flips with
We're
the
up to a
negate.
3/2 with a
One-
negate in hand.
yeah, one of the
a
sideboard
Spellskite
cards.
to protect too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, especially if he drops a Geist right here.
Yeah.
Suddenly, stuff is getting real.
Yeah, and Rooks would
Or a
definitely
s-
need
or
a
a sword.
Slagstorm or
Alright,
Wood
he
Flare.
does not. Now, Cho has a couple Midnight Hauntings, and as we mentioned, he probably boarded in another one. I mean,
Yeah, Jerry said that.
yeah,
it's
Cho and
good.
Jerry test together and talk together, and they, I think they were both on the same page about Midnight Haunting being what you want against these red decks.
All right,
Yeah.
so Phoenix wins them for 2 more, bringing Cho to 14. And I see a Chimeric Mass, but I don't think he wants to cast that yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's got a.
Okay, so
He does.
Yeah,
Chimeric-
4/4.
The Chimeric Mass for 4 comes down.
So it it beats up on a Spellskite.
Yeah, it can power right through. Absolutely.
And plus, Chimeric Mass has pretty good interaction with like Slagstorm. Even if the Mass was only like a 2/2 or a 3/3, it would survive through a Slagstorm. And
My guess is that Cho has got either a Revoke Existence or Oblivion Ring, and he just wanted to evaluate, like, all right, Chimeric Mass. Let me make sure I know, like, is this what I want to spend my turn doing?
yeah.
Is it better to just hold up negate? Should I just negate it in the first place?
Yeah, Cho has a Revoke Existence. That was the reason why he didn't cast Negate on it. So he revokes the Mass, leaving open up Negate Matter once again.
So Rooks with an Inkmoth Nexus, three other land, 2 of which make black. Chandra's Phoenix. It's up to 5 land. He's got the Chandra's Phoenix and the Mortar Pod. It's going to keep the interaction between Mortar Pod and Chandra's Phoenix anyway. Like, if you kind of use it as a really clunky way to get extra points of damage in.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, you just need to break through.
All right, so Nexus becomes activated,
Cho with the Insectile Abomination and Spellskite.
and he tries to deal him 1 point of a poison, which gets through.
Yep, the Insectile Abomination, he's hoping is going to be held back by the Chandra's Phoenix.
Yeah. All right, and he equips it and passes the turn.
Now, the other thing I really like about this is if Cho plays an Oblivion Ring,
Yeah.
now the Chandra's Phoenix is protected by the Mortar Pod and can go to the graveyard instead
Yep.
of being exiled.
Yep. Let's see. All right, there's a Ponder.
Now, what's Cho looking for right now, do you think?
I think Cho's looking for a sword.
Sword, maybe Geist. Would he settle for Midnight Haunting or Moral Haunt?
No, I don't think so. I think he would shuffle, unless he has a sword. And I think I did see a sword. But I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Telling you. Hovermere.
He's actually looking for a Hovermere. He's shuffling just for
Absolutely.
a Hovermere.
He's got the Mortar Pod, and the Hovermere is clearly
Yeah.
the anti-Hover Pod or the anti-Mortar Pod technology.
All right, there's a Geist. I think his top card is actually a sword as well.
Oh
So-
my gosh, that's the perfect arrangement then. If you can get a Geist this turn and a sword for next turn.
Yeah, I mean, it's slightly dangerous if Rooks has a Slagstorm. So, because then Rooks is able to Slagstorm everything away.
Yep, including the Mortar Pod shooting the Spellskite.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So,
Yeah, he's definitely all in on this. Although,
Yeah.
to be fair, Whip Flare, and even Whip Flare would be really devastating.
it'd be okay.
The Chandra's Phoenix would live.
Yeah, but, I mean, the Spellskite would live.
Yeah? But at least the Geist and the
Yeah.
Insectile Abomination. Oh, you're saying because of the sword.
Yeah, because the sword.
Yeah.
'Cause, the
No,
Spellskite.
good call.
So, I think he actually does have the Slagstorm,
Yeah.
given the attack, even before he sacked. Yeah. I wonder if Cho could have done anything there
You could
differently.
have just blocked with the Insectile Abomination. Randomly prevent a little damage.
Yeah. All right. So No Vapor Snag for Cho to save his Geist.
Devastating.
And let's see if Rooks has a follow-up play here. Oh, wow.
He does have the surgical extraction.
Oh, that's actually pretty sick because his
He
top
gets to
card.
shuffle the deck.
Yeah.
Gets rid of the sword. A beautiful play.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember yesterday.
That was impressive.
Yeah, I mentioned that maybe he would bring in the extraction yesterday, but
How funny. You were right. Yeah, because
Yeah.
now, first of all, he gets to solve the hardest problem in the deck, the Geist
the Geist.
trap.
Yeah.
And he gets to shuffle away the other hard problem, the Sword of War and Peace.
That's pretty sick. And look at Cho's hand. It's just a negate and a land.
And he doesn't have the mana for the negate.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So that's all right. So he removes all the Geists of Saint Traps there. And
Wow, the combination of Slagstorm and Surgical right there.
Yeah.
And he's eventually going to have
strong.
the Phoenix to come back. I really think I think that's a game-winning sequence for Rooks right there.
Yeah, it definitely could
Very
be.
impressive.
So I think Cho's. I mean, I feel like Cho's is gonna have to rely on his Mulan Haunt right now. Just to try to pump
Just
out.
to try to get some value.
Yeah, I mean,
It's tough because like the Chandra's Phoenix, with
Yeah.
Mortar Pod. I mean.
But I mean.
Oh wow, and even the Geist.
But I mean, that's just pretty much.
Well, he gets back the Phoenix.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but that's Cho's only card, right? That does anything. Like
I think he just has to randomly draw a Sword of War and Peace and stick
Yeah.
it at some point.
Yeah.
Like, and honestly, I know it sounds funny, but I really do think Hovermere. Like if he goes Hovermere into Sword of War and Peace, or Sword of War and Peace into Hovermere,
Yeah.
he's actually in okay shape.
All right, let's
But-
see what he draws.
My guess is that I hope he didn't board it out.
The
The
Hovermere?
I hope he didn't, because he
All right.
he knows his opponent doesn't have Grudge.
Yeah. So he passes a turn. So he's gonna have Negate mana and Mulan Haunt mana this turn since he has 5. All right, there's a Chandra Phoenix. And he knocks Cho down to 9 life. He's going to equip. All right, so Rooks then equips the Chandra's Phoenix with the Mortar Pod.
So we've got that Chandra's Phoenix Mortar Pod 5 land versus 6 land, one of which is a Moreland Haunt. Cho's hand, Rook's knows, is just a negate and a land, or just a negate at this point.
Yeah, it's a Negate and a Mystery. We could call it a land, I guess, because he would have.
Oh
probably,
yeah, he played the land he knew about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it looks like he did draw another land.
Yeah, we see an island, and he decides to hold on to the island. I kind of like playing all my lands versus a deck like Red Black. It's not too much bluff aspect there.
I think his hope is just to make sure that the Sword of War
for the
and Peace-
sword.
Yeah.
All right, so second Phoenix comes in. Cho's down
Running
to
out of time.
5 life. This
Running
is
out of time.
yeah.
I mean, this is definitely, we're at that awkward spot where, I guess like an O-ring would be good.
Be like okay.
It'd be okay.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to do something to slow it down though. Like he doesn't have enough time to just mount a real Sword of War and Peace plan yet. I mean, I guess he can go sword, equip, Rook shoots in response, equip again. With the land in
Yeah.
his
So
hand.
Cho just passes, and I see a red card in Rooks' hand.
I don't know what red card wouldn't win him the game from this position.
Yeah, maybe like a. Is it a? Okay, so it's a ratchet. Wow, that's really good. Yep. All right, and Cho scoops up his cards, and they're going to game 3. That was a pretty exciting
Very decisive.
game. Yeah. So just in a little bit, we're gonna announce the winner after this game. So just stick around, and you'll see if you won 6 months of premium. So yeah, that was an interesting turn of events there. I think Cho could have played the game differently. I personally would have. I'm 99% sure that it was the sword on top. So instead of playing the Geist there into a Slagstorm, if
Play the sword there.
Yeah, imagine he just played sword.
Yeah.
Rooks is still forced to Slagstorm away the 3/2 Delver
Yep.
and the 0/4 Spellskite.
Yep.
Then Cho's follow-up would be Geist equipped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's non-intuitive, but I think that's actually the tighter play. You know,
Yeah.
like the way he played it is the natural way it wins faster.
Yep.
And once you know your opponent's deck, you got to play around everything that needs to be played around,
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
including Slagstorm
Yeah.
and Surgical.
yeah. So maybe Cho was thinking, hey, if he only has Whip Flare, it doesn't really matter because I'll still have a 2/6 Spellskite. But
And just a reminder, we're not talking about which creature was the most popular. We're talking about which archetype, like which creature or which card was the key card for the most popular version, the most popular deck.
So, for example, if it was a birthing pod deck, we would say red-green birthing pod.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
even if Birds of Paradise happened to also be in the Wolf Run deck.
Yeah. So.
All right. So going into Game 3, it looks like this time Cho is on the play, and he's going to try to come out aggressively. I think he's having a laugh. I'm guessing that it's about Hovermere.
Yeah.
Well, there's not really a lot else funny in this world besides Hovermere at this point.
Yeah, Hovermere is the only. There's actually some comedians nowadays who just talk about Hovermeres.
And for everybody asking, yes, Cho did in fact have a negate for the bomb, but he had 0 outs. At this point, he would take 2 damage from the the attack in. May have just been that he was a broken man.
Yeah, I think. I mean, if he negated the bomb.
Absolutely, he could definitely have held it off for another turn, but I think his will was broken.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I feel like that happens sometimes with certain players. They kind of get discouraged and they just scoop more quickly than they probably should.
So, what do you guys think is what's the chances, Gerard, that that Cho should have his hat backwards?
Oh,
do you think that actually gives him some strength here, or do you think it's not worth it? Like he's
honestly against the hero. I mean, Mike Rooks is the hero of this tournament.
Yeah. You think it's a maneuver with no?
Yeah, I think
nothing coming.
It's just for show at this point.
Okay. So you think it's a foregone conclusion that it's Rook's destiny?
Yeah, I think Mike Rooks is. It's not so much that it's his destiny. I just think he's gonna win this tournament.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah, just like Sylvester Stallone and Over the Top. You ever see that movie?
I've not.
Where he travels around the world arm wrestling people, and he just like does okay, but when he turns his hat on backwards, he just, arm wrestles anybody and wins. Osip actually used to tell people that's what we did when we would travel. They're like, oh, why are you going to Orlando? Why are you going to Austin? And Osip would be like, oh, you ever see the movie Over the Top? And some people would be like, yeah. Like, yeah, I'm a professional arm wrestler. So people believed it too. The only problem was that Osip lost his hat. So people were like, nah, you would definitely have a backwards hat on. Where's your hat? All right, so, I can't even envision a draw that Cho could get that Mike wouldn't have an answer to, just because he has so many burn spells. Like
we won Game 1.
Yeah, because Mike kept the hand that I even wouldn't like. Dude, I would not have kept that hand.
I don't think it's. You thought that hand was good when he first looked at it.
Yeah, because I thought it was another mountain.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's a very different hand if he's got a second mountain.
Yeah, if he has a second mountain, it's like
it's
fine.
Aggressive. It's okay. It's not great, but it's aggressive.
Yeah, and you hope to draw out of it, but.
Yeah, if you have to hope to draw red mana and hope to draw
spells.
burn.
Yeah.
All right, so Cho. I think Cho.
Wow. Oh, Cho mulligans.
Tough spot to
Dude,
fortunately, Delver does mulligan.
I guarantee Rooks has a big smile on his face. Can we just get a shot right there? Oh, see, look.
Yes.
Yes. He's like, yeah, mulligan. His friend's like, hey, he's mulligan. He's like, yep, mulligan.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Dude, that's what happens. I wonder when people play Magic Online if they do that too. Yo, Magic Online should have like a webcam. That'd be insane, right?
Yeah, I mean, just think of how many people are sitting at their computer, not wearing any pants.
But
they're just eating microwaved pizza. They're just sitting there. Maybe some reheated nuggets.
Yeah. So,
or maybe an optional webcam.
Dude,
in case you just want to send your opponent a message of how much you're smiling.
When you said a reheated pizza, as soon as you said I thought of Reese's Pieces.
Dude,
I really like Reese's Pieces.
Dude, maybe we could get some Reese's Pieces today. That sounds so good.
Yeah, maybe the runner could get us some Reese's Pieces.
Or some fried chicken.
I wouldn't really want fried chicken.
Yeah, but I'll eat the fried chicken, you eat the Reese's Pieces. We'll call it a day.
Yeah. I think Reese's Pieces is the best chocolate candy.
All right, so apparently there's some question. There's a question from some of our Twitter folks. Yeah, it's not even a question so much. I think he says somebody tell that man he forgot to remove the tag from his hat. The question is, how could you not know that the style is to not take the tag, not take the sticker off, because it makes it like it sends a subtle message that you're so crispy clean that you just picked up the hat minutes ago.
I actually agree with the guy from Twitter. I don't really like the tag on the hat.
I'm just saying what the style is. He didn't forget. I'm not saying I'm obviously not wearing a tag on the hat that I'm not wearing, or a sticker, but I'm just saying that's what the kids these days are doing.
All right, so let's see if Cho keeps this. I think I see a Delver. There's like a checklist card. So.
Dude, man, that game started out promising.
Wait, so what's going on? Cho decided to draw?
Wow.
Wait, did he keep a zero lander?
There's no way he
No.
got the 0 land.
So he decided to
chose
draw?
to draw.
Okay.
A bold move.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting. Very interesting.
All right, so he's gonna lead off with a.
Turn one
See,
card.
he has a Delver, but he didn't choose to cast it.
Yeah, because I think that he figured that the Delver was just going to die to any burn spell anyway.
Okay.
So he wants to play around it, and maybe he has a Spellskite in his hand. He's going to go turn 2 Spellskite, then he's going to play the Delver and protect it.
Okay, that's reasonable.
It's good to know about all these, the Ratchet Bomb and the 2 Slag Storms.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, this is a strong hand from Rooks. This is going to be a little tough to beat.
Yeah, Rooks is a very, very defensive hand. And if I was Rooks, I think leading off with Nexus might have been.
I think he's pot committed to the turn 2 Mortar Pod.
Pod, yeah, just pot committed.
Like he wants to bluff the Galvanic Blast or the Shock
Or the Geist
Flame.
Flame,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Geist Flame with the Galvanic Blast.
All right, so Germ enters the play. Enters the battlefield. All right, there's an island. And let's see if you're right with the Spellskite. I see double Delver. Nice,
Yeah,
good call,
there's
Chapin.
Spellskite.
Yeah.
You see, he can't lead with the double Delver, obviously, just because of the Slag Storms that he knows about. But I think he wanted to take a look at the hand, see what's under the hood, and decide should he go Delver, or should he just play a Spellskite.
Yeah.
I like this line from Cho. He's gonna play. It's funny, by choosing to draw, he's actually just trying to slow play the whole thing because he figures Rooks has so much removal that he just wants.
What do you think about activating the Nexus there? Like his other options is he could have got a Ratchet Bomb. Getting down.
I like the Ratchet Bomb.
I like the
down.
Ratchet
Start
Bomb as
picking
well.
that up.
Yeah.
You got to get that up to 3. That's
Yeah.
the safety net.
Yeah. Well, 2 is a pretty good spot.
Yeah, or at 2 so you can threaten to.
Yeah,
move it to 3
exactly.
if you need.
Exactly. All right, Snapcaster. Cho's gonna take another peek at Rooks' hand.
I like this defensive style. I like Cho switching it up. Playing a controlling game.
Yeah, definitely seems reasonable.
Maybe he figured, like the matchup's it's real bad for him to just go face first.
Okay.
So he's got to switch it on him.
So yeah, just a really defensive hand by Michael Rooks here. A Mortar Pod, a Ratchet Bomb, his 4th land, and double Slag Storm.
Yeah, but if Cho keeps play Spellskite to Spellskite and then the Spellskite actually shuts off the Mortar Pod.
Triple Delver now.
Triple Delver. Interesting.
Do you think there's any chance that Rooks goes for a Slag Storm here?
Yeah, and shoots the Spellskite?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the right play.
Double Nexus.
Yeah, that's good. Wow.
All right.
Well, I think we're gonna see the Ratchet Bomb then.
Maybe he is gonna poison him out.
Yeah. What a strange turn of events. Cho switches it on him, decides he's gonna play control, so Rook switches on him, decides he's gonna play mono red poison.
This is too good of a match.
Dude.
All right, so Cho's slightly short on mana as well.
He was really hoping to Snapcaster into a 3rd land, but
Yep.
it appears he is
Probe
Delver
cycle.
flooded.
He is. Is that 4 now? No, I think it's 3 Delvers. He still has 3 Delvers in his hand. So he's gonna beat in, and I think Rook should just take it here.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Oof. This is gonna be costly.
Yeah. What's?
Wow. I think
It's on board. Yeah.
Well, he didn't realize that you could
okay.
redirect the effect and not just.
Okay,
the
that's
spell.
fine. Yeah. Just a small misstep by Michael here.
But Rooks has another land and a Slag Storm and another Mortar Pod, so you can threaten to next turn go Mortar Pod, shoot the Spellskite, Slag Storm.
Yeah, but if he kept around that Germ, it would have been
just been an extra germ later.
Yeah. Germ now, Germ later,
So,
I think.
Cho applying pressure. I mean, these Spellskites are going to be key to him trying to fight through Michael Rooks.
I think Cho's just thinking, should I play the Delver? Should I not? I think he should.
Well, it's tough because if he plays the Delver, he's definitely just going to get blown out by Slag Storm.
Yeah, but I mean, Cho doesn't know that he has.
Does he not know about the second Mortar Pod?
Yeah, but he doesn't know if Rooks has. Oh yeah, he does know that Rooks has land. You're right. Yeah.
He does play the.
Okay.
He doesn't know about the Mortar Pod though.
No, he knows about the Mortar Pod
knows
as
about
well.
the Mortar Pod, too.
Yeah, he knows Slag Storm, Mortar Pod, Slag Storm, the Mountain, because that turned Rooks drew the Nexus.
Okay.
So.
I guess he figures he just. And a Geist Flame too.
Was it a Geist Flame?
Yeah, I think it was a Geist Flame.
Yeah, it looked like a Phoenix.
Might be a Phoenix.
Yeah, or a Geist Flame.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, from the hesitation, that looked like that it was the Phoenix.
Yeah. But.
So, Michael Rooks with 5 land, an empty Mortar Pod, and a Ratchet Bomb on 1.
Honestly, I think Rooks should just go Nexus attack.
curious.
He wants to go Slagstorm instead. I don't like the board's not that threatening. But he decides to Slagstorm away both of Cho's creatures, leaving him just with a Spellskite that's probably going to be taken out by a Mortar Pod right now. Yep, that's exactly what happens.
This is a real tough spot for Cho.
Yeah, he's still stuck on 2 lands.
Still stuck on 2.
And the bomb is at 1.
But he knows he's facing a Slagstorm. He knows he's facing a bomb at 1. He knows that Rooks is threatening to kill him with Infect in 4 like if there's 4 turns that, you know, like every turn he doesn't do something and doesn't force Rooks to use his mana, those Nexus are coming in.
All right, so there's a probe by Cho. Yeah, it was a Phoenix and Slagstorm.
Yep.
So the Phoenix won't do too much right now.
Might end up playing defensive duty.
Yeah.
Well, these Nexus get the job done.
All right, so it looks like he did not draw a land.
This is
or is that an island?
This is definitely a real tough spot for Cho.
Yeah, that might be an island up at front. I guess we'll find out shortly. Oh, it's a Ponder. Oh, and he hit some lands there.
So, yeah, but is this too little too late?
It might be. If Rooks does, you know, become pot committed on Nexus, because there's a chance that Rooks, you know, might not take that line of play.
I'll tell you what Cho needs is a Hovermere.
Yeah, Hovermere would be pretty good.
If he has a Hovermere to hold off the Nexus?
Well, I mean, then the bomb could still take up. Hovermere's
yeah,
not
but if he bombs
indestructible.
for 2, it's going to destroy all the Mortar Pods.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, that's a fair amount of value.
True. Yeah, a little, you know, possible 3-for-1 there.
Absolutely. So, Cho tanking, one of those things where it's like a decent 3 cards, but is it a 3 cards that can possibly win?
Yeah,
so far behind.
I think it shows head is like, hey, it's land. So even if it's like land, I just need land, even if it's not this particular card that I really want.
So I think Cho now, he's got to figure out how to deal with the Ratchet Bomb and somehow stick a sword on something. Or just start Moorland Haunting a ton so that he can, like, fight those Nexus, you know? Cause
yeah, I mean, he first he needs to rip a Moorland Haunt. So he's just in...
Or, I mean, even if...
Ooh, he takes it up to 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's see what Rooks draws.
It's interesting that Cho didn't play a Delver there.
Yeah. All right, double Nexus. He's going to come in, and that's going to be 4.
I think he had to play the Delver there.
Yeah, I think playing the Delver Deer seems reasonable. Maybe he has, like, Negate.
Yeah, no, he definitely has at least a mana leak.
Yeah, I see a Snapcaster, too, I believe. And there is a Snapcaster, just to get down a body. Geist Flame. Okay.
See, it's tough to not Snapcaster on your main phase just to get a Ponder back.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so Cho should be at 4 poison counters. There it is, changed on the screen.
Cho with 3 land, a fistful of cards. He's got a lot of options now, but he's definitely behind the gun.
Yeah, I think Cho might have to go like maybe like Delver to force Rooks to Slagstorm, so then he can't activate both Nexuses. Is that like too loose of a play, you think?
Depends on what's in the rest of his hand. I mean, so now he's playing around Geist Flame and Ratchet Bomb and the Slagstorm, and he's on a 3-turn clock from the Nexus now.
Yeah. Maybe he could never play both Delvers out at the same time.
So it looks like he's got...
Is it Snapcaster?
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a Delver.
So Delver, okay. And then he just passes. All right. I mean, hopefully Rooks doesn't decide to, you know, flashback that Geist Flame. Just go to work on
see, if he flashes back the Geist Flame. Oh, he is gonna go to work.
Yeah, just go to work.
Because if he just flashes back, then the Snapcaster will surprise.
All right, so he goes to work with the Nexuses, and we haven't seen that card recently, yeah. And
yeah,
then
not
Mike passes
not
the
super
turn.
helpful in this position, but just increases his mana supply,
Yeah.
gives him more options.
Yeah, I think there I would have maybe left open red instead of colorless red. Not a big difference there, but maybe you know, possibly bluff like, hey, I could have 2 burn spells. Well, I guess he knows he has Slagstorm.
So
And it's Phoenix, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Cho up to 4 land and a Delver. A lot of options though. He does have another Snapcaster Mage in his hand. The thing is, though, he's got to stabilize him. He's at 6 poison with 2 Nexus in play.
Yeah.
He's got to present some flying blockers or something.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, does he have to Snapcaster a Ponder here? I mean, is that too little? Is that too late? Like, is he just out of mana if he does that?
No, I could definitely see that being the case. I see an Oblivion Ring in Cho's hand.
Is he looking to Oblivion Ring the Ratchet Bomb?
I don't think
It doesn't get you anywhere, though.
Yeah, until Cho has a sword, he wouldn't really need to Oblivion Ring the Ratchet Bomb. I mean, Cho knows Rooks' hand is Slagstorm, Phoenix. And he knows that he's got a Geist Flame in the yard.
So we're looking at Cho. It looks like he's finally making his move. It is the Snapcaster.
Yeah,
We're
Ponder.
gonna see a Ponder.
Yeah, awesome. Let's see. Not too sure what he has there.
But he needs a Hovermere.
Yeah, Hovermere would be okay. It would at least kill the Ratchet Bomb.
Maybe the Hovermere Revoke Existence combo next turn.
Yeah, that could be a case.
It's tough because Rooks is only 1 mana away from being able to go Slagstorm and attack with 2 Nexus.
Yeah, but Rooks still doesn't need to cast a Slagstorm here.
I was thinking if he played the Hovermere.
Oh, sure, yeah, definitely. So we see another Delver in Cho's hand still.
I think Cho is regretting sideboarding out those gut shots.
Did he definitely board him out?
No, but I got a feeling he did.
Yeah?
I got a feeling he did.
Yeah. I could agree with you there. Because Nexus is pretty much the only card Gutshot is good against. I mean, he doesn't really want to be paying the 2 life.
Correct.
All right, so a second Delver comes down.
And the bomb ticked up to 3 this time.
Okay.
I guess he just wants to be absolutely sure of no swords.
All right.
No swords in the champagne room here.
So I think he did draw land, but it might have been a Black Cliff Cleaves.
Okay, that's interesting.
But if I was Rooks, I would just, again, go to work with the Nexus. With both Nexuses, yep. Ooh, he wants the Slagstorm? Okay. I mean,
I think it's a little cautious. I think you're right. I think you could have just gone to work with the Nexus.
I just would have, went for the win.
But he is playing a controlling game. He's got 2 Nexus,
7. Wait,
5 other land.
With the Mortarpod, he could just kill him, correct?
Next turn, yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't even matter.
It matters a little. I mean, but yeah, it doesn't matter a ton.
Yeah.
It makes it so he's going to have to shoot Cho for the final shot.
Yeah, which is fine.
Which
Okay.
means, obviously, it's 1 less poison in case Cho makes a bunch of blockers or something.
Yeah.
Now Cho really needs a Midnight Haunting. He's actually not in the worst shape. If he plays a Midnight Haunting here,
Yeah, I guess Rooks' play is much more safe there, just in case both the Delvers flip and Cho is sitting on a negate, which he is.
yep.
It just seems safer there because now.
Now remember, Rooks still has that Geist Flame in the yard.
All right, Snapcaster.
Oh.
If it's for what's it?
It's got to be a probe. He just needs to draw a card because he needs to save his mana.
Yeah, that's true.
He needs like a Moreland Haunt.
Yeah, and I think he might just scoop right now.
Or Midnight Haunting.
There's an island.
Well, no, he's gonna have to make Rooks know, make Rooks do it. He doesn't know that Rooks knows that he can Mortarpod his Inkmoth Nexus.
Yeah, what's going on?
Deciding, does he play the Geist here? Does it get him anywhere? He knows he's dead to the board.
Yeah. I think Cho realizes that. Yeah, he's dead on board.
As soon as this game's over, we're gonna announce the winner of 6 months of SCG Premium.
All right, so he decides just to pass the turn. All right, he's gonna
2
activate.
Nexus coming in.
1.
Any chance in the
2.
world there's a surprise Midnight Haunting here?
Shouldn't he equip now, before the attack?
No, not necessarily. Because if he's facing down Vapor Snag, this way's better. Doesn't waste the mana.
Yeah, but I mean, Midnight Haunting is more likely, right? All right, well, best game. Either way, Michael Rooks is on to the finals. He's got a big crowd right there clapping for him.
Yeah. If he doesn't have a burn spell in his hand, I think you're absolutely right that he should have equipped first.
Yeah, he should equip first. Yeah.
But if he's a player, he made him for no Vapor
Yeah, he's
Snag.
just